Okay. Let's see. Do we have sound? Okay. Where am I? Hello. Woo. Let's see. Do we have sound? Let's see.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, we do have sound.
Let's see. Do we have sound?
Hopefully more people they will come.
Okay, we do have sound. Let's see.
Can you hear this?
Can you hear this?
It's still going. It's still going. my Sunday chat, my piano tribe. Hello and welcome. Well, it's 6:05 and I am here. I started this little streaming with a little of the Tibetan bowl meditation on A or music. Yeah, so as you know, I'm very, very fascinated about this Tibetan bowls. I have the entire set that I ordered and came on my birthday this year. All the 7 bowls, and yeah, so I've been doing all kind of music, improvisation or so on this with these bowls. And I think it's absolutely healing and amazing. The sound and the vibration and everything is just so inspiring. So I'm gonna start going until everyone, comes in with the news about the channel, about me, and then we're gonna pick up a subject and we figure it out what to talk about. Right, so I have a lot of news actually. So first of all, last Friday, it went online, the reverie, the analysis, lecture, presentation, however you want to call it. And I would invite you to go and see it if you didn't do it. And if you did, I would absolutely would like you to comment on if you like it, how you like it, because it's my vision, my interpretation about that beautiful piece that is Reverie. When did it came back? Okay, so it did came back 2 days ago, and already I have 84 views. I'm not seeing many comments on it, but I would like, if you did see it, to make some comments. Let me go back and see if anyone joined the chat right now. Okay, so it's about the Reverie. That would be the news of the channel. What are the news? I have actually many news. On Friday, I had my first interview with a nice gentleman from London. He is a voice teacher at the university in London. And we did an interview about piano life, students, how I deal with, different situation with my students or so. And we have a fantastic time together. No rehearsal, never met him before, met him 5 minutes before we went live on Zoom. And then we had a blast, I'm telling you. So his channel is called Knightsbridge Music. And then he said he did like 40 interviews by now. It's a young channel, as mine, He did like 40 interviews by now, and mine is far the best one. Not the best. He didn't say the best. No, I don't want to go there. But he said it was. We did have. We truly had a lot of fun talking. It's gonna come up actually to the end of this month. So definitely I'm gonna post it there, and I would invite you when you see it to watch it, because it's a really good one. I really had a lot of fun. That was on Friday. Then I do have another news, but that's mostly about me. I had a friend, and she knows astrology and soul purpose chart, and I don't know, a lot of stuff, that for me, it's like, I don't know anything. And then she asked me if I would like to, if she could read my chart publicly. I said, why not? Nothing, it's a secret. But I mean, let's see if I'm on a soul purpose here. Let's make it public to see. So actually yesterday I had another live event streaming on Zoom. That's gonna come up on my channel as well, if you wanna learn about my soul chart, astrological chart. It's a lot of Pluto and Uranus and masculine, feminine energy or something like that. Yeah, she's doing a series of influencer people that they influence other people's life. And sincerely, I do believe I do influence other people's life. In a small way, one on one, as I'm doing the piano classes, one on one. I am absolutely sure that nobody's gonna is gonna forget me. All my students, they will remember me for the rest of their life. But I did influence a lot of lives, I hope for the best, because that is my intention. I do have students that they went for, I have one student, she went for music and animation university, another one for music therapy. I had one for piano pedagogy, and then I have piano performance, another one piano performance. And then one, it's gonna go actually in Dublin, in Ireland, this year. And then what else? I don't remember. I think I have at least 7, 8 students that by now they actually are professional with music. Some is piano performance, and some they're related with piano. So that definitely means I do influence people's life, and I would like to influence your life if I can. And I believe, and I'm trying to be an inspiration in my entire work that I'm doing it, even with the channel, with this talking to you. Let's see who is on the chat. Do we have people in the chat? Let me see. Okay, let me see a little bit. All right. Okay. So this is how it goes for, So that was another interview yesterday. Another news about me. Yes. Yesterday, I kind of told you about 2 weeks ago or something, I'm going to start teaching something else. And that something else, it's belly dancing. You cannot believe me, as a classical pianist, how much I enjoy actually dancing. That would be my absolute hobby. I do ballroom dancing. That is phenomenal. The waltz and the foxtrot and the cha-cha is flirty, and salsa is amazing. The twirls and I love it. And all the costumes and the jewelry, it's me. It's 100% me. But right now, I did belly dancing long time ago, and right now I tried to come back because I'm sitting too much on the piano and I need to move. And then they were like, the teacher just moved, and I'm like, I can teach. So I had my first class yesterday. It just was a blast, I'm telling you. I felt so good, and again, I feel like I'm inspiring people. There are other, adult women that they're trying to do this art form of the body. And and for me, this dancing transformed myself as well. It did influence my life as well. So I was the one right now to inspire them how to move and be flirty and be joyful. All right, so right now, okay, so we having Gabriel here. Buna, Liana, Bazut, yes. Yay, Gabriel, yes. I did start 15 minutes ago with some bowls, Tibetan bowls meditation. Welcome to the chat. Listen to the beginning of the chat, whatever I said there about the bowls, the Tibetan bowls. That would be a new hobby for me. That we're doing it. I have another violinist and another pianist and then a voice person. So we're trying to do kind of a group and create music. Different kind of music, not the music, different kind of music. But anyhow, yes, it is hypnotizing. It is the sound is absolutely hypnotizing, and it's not all, they're very heavy. This is at least probably almost 2 kilos, that means 4 pounds. Definitely 4 pounds. It's very heavy and very wide, very wide. So this one, when I will hit it, it will go for at least 2 minutes, the vibrations. Listen. going. Hi Eileen, I see you here. Thank you so much for joining me on our little piano tribe chat. Yes, I did start with, as usual, yes, I'm starting with the news on the channel. So I'm not gonna say it again because some others they're gonna go. But my new, just in one word, I just posted the Reverie by Debussy. An analysis is not how to play it or how to practice. So this is for everyone. Gabriel as well. If you wanna learn more about the Reverie, it's about 20-25 minutes. It's not short, analysis. How I perceive this piece, that I think it's like a gem of a piece, So so if I would like comments on it, because to see if I see it or maybe you see it in different ways. I really would like you to post some comments over there. I would appreciate that. And I'm working right now to do a series of how to practice, how to create that veil-like sound, because it's another technique. And now that we're talking about veil and whatever it is, I'm gonna go right. Debussy, the Reverie. It's the last one that it was posted on Friday, and I already have like 80 something views. That's a good thing. All right. I play some notes here that actually they're not complete. But I want to talk about this legato situation, how to do legato. That actually is not how to do legato, it's what is legato. I picked this subject for today. I believe I did talk about legato some other times. I think I even have a little video. But legato in music, it's so important, and it's a big topic. It's a big topic, not only how to do it, what it means. So for me, legato is, it's not only playing one note after the other one, right? For me, legato means the phrase itself, because you can do a legato not only from the fingers, you can do a legato with the pedal. Not all the time you can do it with the fingers. You gotta use alternative methods to do the legato. I place here, some, notes like, music. It's an exaggerating way of speaking, right? So if you think only like, Italians is the most musical one, I believe, and then maybe French when you say ciao bella, ciao bella, right? Or French, comment ça va? Bonjour, bonjour, so they're like singing, So music, it's an exaggerated way of singing. So, and then we having those phrases that we need to create to create the music and give sense out of the notes to give sense to the music. Now, let's see, interesting subject. Yes, that's what, boy, yes, Jeffrey. Come on here. Yes, so first of all, to make life easy for everyone, I would say to hear the language of music and the meaning of music, it needs you to listen a lot of music. That would be, the first point. Now, I'm talking mostly about classical or music without words, right? And to listen to the phrase, to get yourself used with this language. It's another language, absolutely, right? So more you listen, more you will understand and you will embody this this language without words. Now, intermediate students, and more advanced students, they already feel into the music. Though there are a couple of way how to create this legato, as I said. So legato, I will go, legato is like singing, you make an instrument, and this instrument, it's a percussion instrument. It's not like violin when you can go and sing on the violin. This is a percussion. You hit the note, and then the note actually loses its power immediately after it was hit. So your ears needs to be all the time present with you to hear what you're doing and how to create that, But right now I'm gonna go. I'm thinking, let's say I would play, because there are different ways to do legato, absolutely. So in a way you're gonna do Debussy, in a different way you're gonna touch Chopin, and then in totally different way you're gonna touch Mozart. And I'm not talking about Bach. That is totally different way to do it, right? So if I would go Mozart, right? So you have easy piece, right? Right? So very easy, right? You're starting with the soft, even though, that's another thing, even though the first count, it's always you feel to accentuate it, it's usually you would not accentuate it. You will feel the count, that is the first count of the measure inside of your body, but you will not accentuate it because sounds vulgar. So I will never start, it just sounds brutal, right? So you go obviously toward the highest note, and then back. More. Right? And then right now, listen to these scales, right? Listen what I'm doing. A lot of times, I'm talking about more refined music. A lot of times you think that you should go towards the highest note in a crescendo, but it's not quite like that. It is and it's not. Meaning sometimes absolutely it is, and then a lot of times I'm guiding my students, yes, go with the crescendo. And this is for the purpose of being the clear, clean, crisp, or whatever, or filling in the count. That's for the reason. But from the phrase point of view, actually, I'm doing a crescendo in the middle of the scale, and then the top it's softer. Listen. It's more cute. Listen. Right? Or even if I would go to, let's go to Chopin, right? I'm gonna go with the Chopin Nocturne, right? Like I did that, number one. Let's go number one. So, like exactly the beginning, right? So it's like, right? That would be count number one. So usually you're supposed to have count number one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm totally doing differently. Did you hear that? Yeah, you tell me what did you hear. So definitely count number one, it was not accentuated. It was actually less. Obviously comes from the phrase. So you always need to hear and listen the phrase how to do it, and then to control the touch of the piano, how to do those phrases. And the easiest way is you to listen again and again, not necessarily this nocturne. So if you are, let's say you are doing this nocturne, not necessarily to listen this nocturne, to listen all the Chopin nocturne, just leave it there and put it back around and just listen, because it will grow into you, you know, what you need to do, what do you need to do it. I don't know, I do have here, oh yeah, Chopin ballad. I was thinking of the Chopin ballad to wrote, but it's you know. All right, then learn how to use the pedal, you know, like I did the other one, you know. So a lot of times we cannot do, it's absolutely impossible to do legato from the fingers, because, you know, so you gotta create, again, you gotta create the phrase even though you're jumping. And that would be how to use the pedal. So sometimes you need to use a quarter of a pedal, sometimes you need to use half of the pedal, sometimes you just use half up, just sprinkles with a little bit of a pedal. Sometimes you need to go all the way down and only half up and down. There's so many little tricks that, you know, each piece, when I'm doing a new piece or I'm working with a student on a new piece, each piece is different than the other. It's like a human being, you know. Not every, absolutely, each piece is different. It's just different. It has a different character, different touch, different understanding, and different interpretation and phrases. And so that's what I want to convey to you about legato. That legato is not only, you know, go one finger in place after the other one. Legato is actually how you create the phrase. And bigger the phrases, better. So bigger you think, don't think measure by measure by measure. First you can do that, right? And absolutely don't think of the legato unless you're not knowing the notes. First you need to know the notes, the rhythm. So this is the last part of it, or the latest half part of the song when you're working on the interpretation, right? So when you're working on interpretation, right, don't think anymore measure by measure or note by note. Initially you will think like that, like as I said here, piano, another F, more, another F, and another F less. And then go softer and then back, right? Right. But then you gotta think of the entire phrase and bigger phrases and more bigger and bigger, like, you know, and then all of a sudden your piece that you was thinking is measure by measure or phrase by phrase, then it becomes one. And that's when the piece is starting actually singing. You are singing it, and then it's just going beautiful and beautiful and beautiful. So again, if you would like a different pair of eyes on your study of your pieces, write, you know, the email is in the description. I would love to inspire you and give you tips on your particular song or piece that you are working. And this is not, even if you have a piano teacher. So what's happening in my country, you know, a lot of times the teacher, they're working together, meaning you have your main teacher, but then every other month or something like that, the teacher will go with you at her friend teacher, you know, and say, okay, tell me what do you hear? Because as your main teacher, sometimes I could tell you the same thing 10 times, you are not doing it, and then I'm like, I don't know how else to say, so I give up. And then a secondary teacher is coming and then is telling the same thing that I just told you 10 times in different ways, but is saying in her way or his way, and then you just click. And you just click right away, and then it's like, I don't know, like magic, you know. I used to have a student, her name actually was Ebru, and somebody from the chat already knows her. And then I think I told her, I don't know, dozens of times, relax your shoulder down, relax your shoulder. And she was just all the time, you know, a lot of, well, sometimes it's good to apply a little bit of shoulder, but she was really going. And then I said that I was pushing her, I was holding her shoulder down. And then she went to a piano camp to whatever, another teacher. And then she came completely relaxed on the shoulder. I'm like, what the heck did he do? You know. So again, so if you would like me to have another pair of eyes on your piece that you're working, you know, it's the email is in the description. I like to do that. I like to actually inspire and enlighten you with whatever, little clue. And I have another story to tell you. One point, I was doing the ballad, the scherzo. So this one. This line. I remember this line. I practiced for hours, for weeks, and I could not get it right. I could not, meaning that I could get it 6 out of 10 right, but not 10 out of 10. And then I'm going to, and my teacher just said, practice over and over, because I don't know what to say. Sometimes it's coming, sometimes it's not coming. That means you need to practice more. I'm like, I don't know how else to come. And I'm telling you, I'm going to this master class to another teacher with small hands. I have small hands for piano. Well, considering pretty small for piano. Well, some others, they have smaller, but mine are small too. And this teacher, what he did, on this line, he just adjusts this arm ½ inch higher. About this, 1 centimeter or less, just open up my arm a bit. And then this line, came like an avalanche of sprinkles and notes and perfect. And I was like, oh my God, did I do that? And then I tried again. And then I tried again. And then I tried again. And I'm like, that class, I almost start crying. I almost start literally crying because it was so frustrating, that line. Practically it's the first line when you just explode in beautiful crystal sound, And I was just almost crying. I can't believe it. So that's what I say. A second pair of eyes always count. Let's see what is in the chat. Okay, interesting subject today. Yes, it is interesting. All right. So I hope you enjoyed. Any questions? Anyone? Any questions? Please ask me. What would you like me to talk about? What shall we talk? Let me see. Oh yeah, in regarding legato, you see, I do have a couple of more notes. Now I'm coming back into the legato. Yeah, well, I had here, the 2-note slur, how you would do that. There are so many techniques, but anyhow, I think it's overdue right now for that. Let's see what else. Let me see here. I meant to talk a little about relaxation. Octaves. Did you see that the octaves? I did talk last week about octaves. Did you start practicing? I have actually one of my students that was like, oh my God, you always told me all these octaves tips. And I always listened, but I never quite got it. But in your talking, whatever I did talk last week about octaves, we got it. So did you listen to the octaves? Octaves are very important. Again, a controversial subject, because we all trying to do octaves faster and faster, and it's pretty hard to do it. I do have another news for today, now that I don't see any questions. And I'm gonna keep the, let me see, any questions? Sally, yay, Sally. Actually, Sally was the one that he liked my octave talk. I have a new idea for those that they could be an intermediate to advanced student. I found a new fingers exercise. Yeah, don't think that I am obsessed. Somebody on the YouTube was talking about this guy. Sincerely, I needed to Google him because I didn't know who he is. And he is a guy. It's a Czech guy that actually he went then in Russia and then he taught there privately or so. And then he did these exercises. These exercises, they're mean. I bought the book. They're very mean. If you are a tense person, you gotta pay attention. You gotta do it under supervision. But if you know when you are tense and you know how you can de-tense, right? Then this it's mean. This guy very mean. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of good work. Very good work. I did 4, and it's about mostly exercises in between 3 and 4 and 4 and 5. 3 and 4, 4 and 5, And in chromatic way, you hold some fingers and then you do 3 and 4 and then you go and then with the left hand on the same time. So again, I would recommend you, but again, with caution. So either you are under your piano teacher supervision that is a good piano teacher and is seeing if you are tense, or you gotta be aware. But if you are aware and you would know how to do it, I would strongly recommend you, because me, in 5 minutes, I felt better. I only did 5 minutes. 5 minutes I did on this one. And I'm like, oh my God, this is working. So that's why my trumpet, I'm already saying to all my students that they are able to do it. I'm like, buy it, we gotta do it. It's do it. I never knew it. You can write Google and see what it is. Okay, it would be there to find some tutorials about Lipati and yeah, actually, yes, I did UNESCO. Very nice. Thank you so much, Gabriel, for I did not play Lipati, but I did play UNESCO. Some point in time, I will. Yes, I should take back. I did the entire suite Opus 10 with Saraband and what was there? Pavan, the Pavan. Oh, the Pavan. I even remember. Beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. And actually I don't even have it here since I moved here. I left a lot of books in Romania. I will order. I'll see if I can find it and order it, and I should take it back. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, people that not quite know about UNESCO here, or who they know very little about, but that's a good point. Thank you so much. Right. Tutto capo. I don't know who you are, Tutto capo. Hello, hello. So tell me about a little bit about you. Tutto capo. Tutto capo. Are you Italian? What level are you, and how can I, do you have any questions? Are you watching my videos? How do you like them? What can I improve? Let me know. Yes, I can. It is on the channel. Did I pass the test? And then, yes. Oh, no, let me change my foot on the pedal. Right? I'm not gonna stay. Oh, you're from Argentina. Go Argentina. Yeah, how you doing here? Thank you so much. Yes, I do have a recording on this channel somewhere. If you go on the playlist and look under classical piano performances with Liana, you'll find there some Rachmaninoff, some impromptu, long time ago, or not that long, some Chopin nocturnes and so on and so forth, under the classical yes, playlist with me, right? So I love that song. It's true. That song is absolutely gorgeous, and I will focus right now a lot in my mind. Probably until now I was not focused on that direction, but I'm gonna start focusing and doing a lot of tutorials how to achieve, because that one, it's if you're not ready to do it, it's the polyrhythm. It is difficult, and it's not, if you have the technique to do it, then the polyrhythm, it's not that difficult after you practice in a certain way. That's what the point. And under supervision of your teacher, because I had one student, we started it, she was very even, very nice, and then I went in a vacation of 3 weeks. I went back in Romania, my country, for 3 weeks. We did not do classes. And that student, I told her, do not go faster on this one. You're gonna wait for me, and you're gonna wait for me. Do not do it faster. And she started doing it faster. When I came back, it was upside down. It was not even, and unfortunately, I could not fix it. I really, at that moment in time, I could not fix it. And and then I said, we gotta leave it. We gotta leave it for the moment, because it got wrong into her ears, and he could not go even back. So you gotta do it under supervision, or if you, so first of all, you need to have the technique, and then, to have a certain level of technique. That's not advanced, because I did that piece when I was 8th grade, so it's not that, difficult. It is, but it's not that difficult, the point is that polyrhythm, gotta start feeling it, but until you start feeling into it, you need to practice, to fake it until you make it in this situation, right? All right, how that is pretty much into pretzel, they tackle how to work on multiple voice and also the polyrhythm, that would be good. Well, so first of all, I'm gonna go very simple. Liszt Campanella, I did not do it. I'm not sure if I will ever approach it. As you can see, I have a small hands, and I'm not that happy to do it. Then we're having, right? So, so I know where I'm good at and where I should just let others to do it, because they might do it better than me. I love the concept. I could read it, but no. Okay. And then maybe tackle how to work on multi-voice. Faking until you make it. I like this one. Yeah, like smile, be happy until you will feel happy. That's, and you will feel happy. If you always smile, then you will always stop smiling. Like me. Everybody say, oh, you are so much fun. Right. I have a coffee before coming on camera. I'm not all the time, right? But I do enjoy what I'm doing it. I leave 2002. In another session, I think in another session would be better on the, polyrhythm. They're everywhere. 3/4/2, 2/4/3, 2/3, 3/2, and then 4/3, 4/3. But to the end, first you do the math on the polyrhythm. You see which one is first, and usually they start together, and then the hand that is going first is the one who has more notes than the other one. So if here we're having 16th, and then here we're having thirds, they're gonna start together, and then it's right, left, because this is going to have more notes than this one, you know. And then another very important, after everything is kind of equalized and methodically ugly, played but like a metronome, then actually you need to pull your attention absolutely 90% of your ear needs to stay on one hand and equalize that hand. Like in this situation, when you know you have this as a polyrhythm, so I know where the left hand goes and it will go, but I'm doing the right hand really strong and then the left hand really soft. So, and then I'm listening to the right hand to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's how you go like that for a while, and then you speed it up a little bit and a little bit, and then when it's solid, you let it go. And for some mystical, miraculous, the left hand will go exactly in between with the right hand. But it was practiced before that, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, depends on the person, of their skills, like really cut down to each note, you know. But when you're ready to let it go, the left hand, even at that speed, will go in between the right hand. And I don't know how that is happening. I think it's the miraculous mind that God gave it to you, and it's just doing it. You don't need to do anything. It's just gonna start smooth out and go, you know, smoothly, right? Okay, so yeah, I think that we did talk. I was here at 6 o'clock. I would like you to do comment and let me know what you would like me to speak next time, because I'm always trying to find, you know, a new subject. And I'm not sure if that subject would interest you. Like Eileen, you know, how do you work on multi-voice? You are multi-voice. You talking about polyphonic voice like a Bach or something. You know how you go there. You just think horizontal. You don't think vertical, right? But anyhow, that's a matter of working one-on-one with a student, not giving general ideas. And again, I do like to do master classes. If you really would like to celebrate with me something, let me know. Anyhow, so I think that would be Bach. Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking it's about Bach. Bach is always tricky, but it's very meditative, and it's not, and you know that it's not an easy thing to do. You know, in Chopin, you can just throw your heart over there and tell me everything. In Bach, is much more centered and balanced, and though it's music, and very brainy, but it does have a heart. So that's why it's hard to even to create legato. Here again, there's so many controversial that piano could make piano, but even if you think or you can do just or you can do it a little bit more, crescendo, decrescendo. Here, it's again that what I said, one is always, it's a finger that usually poke the sound. So always one is to be kept in check, how much you let of the one go, and not start with, you start from the, and just whatever comes in my mind right now, on in regarding legato. It's not an easy thing to do polyphonic in legato, because you really need to drive it, everything, wrist control, smoothness of the wrist, relaxed, and some articulation where it's necessary or is not necessary. Okay, people, Toto Capo, thank you so much. Are you going to study? I'm done for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I'll see you next week, same time, and give me some ideas. What do you want me to talk about?